rapidly headed towards digital superintelligence that far exceeds any human. I think it's very obvious.
ChatGPT, I think, has illustrated to people just how advanced AI has become. And there are much more advanced versions of that are coming out.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot.
Because if one company or small group of people manages to develop godlike digital superintelligence, they can take over the world.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
It's quite dangerous technology, and I fear I may have done some things to accelerate it.
Over the last month or so, there have been almost daily changes in the field of artificial intelligence. Companies like OpenAI, partnered with Microsoft, and their ChatGPT 4 model have taken the world by storm. Other AI companies and chatbots are also on the market. So what is all the fuss about? Is it just a more fancy type of Google search? Well, for example, ChatGPT 4 can answer questions in detail, write anything you want it to, and even code. In short, it's capable of doing a lot. OpenAI and other AI companies offer users the ability to create AI images, videos, and music with faces and voices that look and sound like real celebrities. The scope for this technology seems unlimited, and AI recently even helped to come up with a new powerful antibiotic. These technological advancements are unprecedented, and those spearheading it claim the changes it will bring are many times greater than that of the Industrial Revolution in the 1800s. Due to the rapid and exponential growth of this technology, those leading the AI industry are calling for governments to regulate artificial intelligence, because, while they have the hope that the changes it will bring can impact our lives for the better, they also know that this technology is capable of doing the opposite. Here is what Sam Altman, founder and CEO of OpenAI, said at a US Senate hearing.
My worst fears are that we, the field, the technology, the industry, cause significant harm to the world. I think that could happen in a lot of different ways. I think if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong, and we want to be vocal about that. We want to work with the government.
Even those who are pioneering this technology don't understand exactly how it does what it is doing. The concerns the tech leaders and governments have about AI range from how it will affect jobs and how it will spread misinformation through undetectable fake videos, audios, and images, to how it will lead to foreign interference in national elections, and how it will be used militarily. This final concern could lead to AI wiping out mankind. And it should be made clear that this is not a case of robots turning on us, but rather one of people and countries turning the robots against their enemies. Governments and tech leaders talk about regulating it. Leading captains of industry like Elon Musk and AI developers signed an open letter recently, asking for a 6-month moratorium on artificial intelligence so that companies and governments can get together and work out what is the best way to regulate this new technology. But how realistic is it that governments around the world will act in a unified manner to work out what is best for everyone? Are they really doing that on all the other problems facing our planet? Recently, I was listening to a podcast with Max Tegmark, a physicist and AI researcher at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and he spoke of how the race towards artificial intelligence is influenced by what is called Moloch. Moloch is a name for a Canaanite god who asked people to sacrifice their children, but in modern usage, it refers to the inability of groups and countries to work together because of competing personal biases. An example of this Moloch principle is the use of fossil fuels to grow economies. We all know that fossil fuels are destroying the world, yet we continue to use them because it's profitable, and governments know that even if they did stop using them, other governments would not, and so they would fall behind. So they keep playing the game, pretending to change, but not really changing. We sacrifice the long-term health of our planet for the short-term goal of a strong economy. That is more dollars. With AI, governments know that this technology can bring incredible military and economic advantages. But they also know that these advantages will almost certainly be abused. So even if companies and governments see disaster ahead, they know that other countries, like Russia and China, will not stop with them. Each country, motivated by greed and fear, will forge ahead despite the risks. To hell with the consequences. It's a race to destruction. Like the Canaanite god Moloch, the world is sacrificing the future for our children and our grandchildren in an effort to attain short-term goals. One could easily switch out the name Moloch for Satan. Jesus said, "The devil comes not but to steal, kill, and to destroy." We see that in the race to overfish the oceans. We see it in the pollution of the environment, in the breakdown of human relationships, and in the arms race, to name but a few. Everyone sees what is happening. They don't want the end result, but they're unable to stop it, because they don't want to forsake the short-term benefits. Sadly, what I hear coming from even the most honest AI developers amounts to little more than wishful thinking. They believe you have to play the game because if you don't, others will. The only way out, they say, is if everyone stops playing the game and/or cooperates. Reason tells us that we absolutely must stop playing the game, but no one is listening to reason. Until individuals are ready to forsake whatever short-term goals motivate us, we're destined to lose. There's no way out. It's like Jesus said, if you seek to save your life, you will lose it. But if you lose your life for me, he said, you will find it. I believe we're living in the last days, and that eventually artificial intelligence will be used by the Antichrist's final world government to control the world, to hunt down those who do not submit to his authority, and to kill them. It's quite plausible that AI will be the false prophet spoken of in Revelation 13, maybe even the image that speaks. The world seems to be flocking to it already, treating it as some kind of savior. In a post on OpenAI, Sam Altman and other tech leaders said, "We believe it's going to lead to a much better world than what we can imagine today. We're already seeing early examples of this in areas like education, creative work, and personal productivity. The world faces a lot of problems that we will need much more help to solve. This technology can improve our societies, and the creative ability of everyone to use these new tools is certain to astonish us." Instead of people turning to God to find the solutions to the problems of the planet, they're turning to artificial intelligence, modeled on the image of a humanity fallen from God. What answers do you expect it to come up with? Clearly, we're on the cusp of the greatest technological breakthrough in the history of humanity. And with all technology, it can be used for good or it can be used for evil. And both are already happening. It would be nice to say, I believe in the ultimate goodness of mankind, but that would be naive. Look at what is happening in China already with systematic persecution of religious minorities through the use of advanced surveillance systems. It would be great if the world united and worked together in the development of AI and its applications for the betterment of mankind. But that isn't going to happen. The race will go on, and the outcome will be catastrophic. Satan, Moloch, greed, whatever name you want to give to the force driving this advancement, it is relentless. It won't stop until life as we know it is utterly destroyed and brought to the pits of hell. We're standing on the brink of an abyss, a void unknown, from which we're summoning a demon, and that demon will rise. It's only a matter of time. So what is the solution? We may not be able to stop the world from marching down its inevitable path to hell, but you don't have to be one of the billions who march with them. There is a solution to all the problems of mankind, and that solution is found in the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. There is an answer to Moloch. You don't need to wait for others to stop playing the game before you do. But are you prepared to let go of the very things that keep you in the race? Are you prepared to stop working for money and the prince of this world right now and work for love? Are you prepared to forsake all you own in obedience to Christ and go into the whole world preaching the good news of his kingdom, an eternal kingdom of love that will rule this world? Are you prepared to die for this new world? Jesus' teachings are the antithesis to the principle of Moloch. It's not a race to destruction, but a race to life. Instead of trying to be great, which only leads to dominating others, we seek to serve. Instead of trying to get more, which only leads to less for others, we seek to live simply and share. Instead of trying to preserve our lives, which only leads to war, we choose to lay them down in love for others. Do you see the fundamental difference between these motives and what drives the world in its relentless pursuit of recognition, greed, and power? There are already hints of what the world will be like in the coming years through the use of AI, but no one knows exactly how it will play out. But we know from prophecy that we're heading towards the worst world government that this world has ever known. with universal religious persecution. Whatever benefits AI may bring us in the future, you can be guaranteed AI will also be used by the Antichrist, and he will use it against those of us who dare to stand up against the evils of the world. It's time to get off the fence and make a choice to follow Jesus today. Pray for strength to do what is right, to go against the masses and to walk the narrow path that leads to life. If you'd like to get in touch with others who are doing the same, so we can all prepare for the dark days ahead, please write to us at the address on screen. God bless you.